Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This story is written for intermediate learners, level B1. Have you ever lost something special? A set of keys? A childhood toy? Or maybe an opportunity? Today's story is about a man named Daniel and a strange little shop hidden in the fog of London. Are you ready? Let's step out of the rain and into the story. Daniel hated Tuesdays. For Daniel, Tuesdays were gray, boring, and long. He worked in a bank in the center of London. His job was to look at numbers on a computer screen. He was good at his job, but he wasn't happy. One Tuesday evening in November, Daniel was walking home. It was raining heavily. He did not have an umbrella. He was cold, wet, and tired. He walked with his head down, looking at his wet shoes. Usually, Daniel took the subway, but tonight, the subway was closed for repairs, so he had to walk through the narrow streets of the old city. He turned a corner and saw a street he didn't recognize. It was very quiet. The street lights flickered with a yellow light. There were no cars, no people, just the sound of the rain. In the middle of the street, there was a small shop. It looked very old. The windows were dusty. Above the door, there was a wooden sign with gold letters. The letters were faded, but Daniel could read them. The Emporium of Lost Things. Daniel stopped. He was curious. A shop for lost things, he thought? Is it a lost and found office? The light inside the shop was warm and inviting. Daniel was freezing. He decided to go inside, just for a minute, to escape the rain. He pushed the heavy wooden door. A small bell rang. Ding-ling! Inside, the shop smelled of old paper, cinnamon, and dust. It was bigger than it looked from the outside. There were shelves everywhere. They reached from the floor to the high ceiling. And the shelves were full. There were thousands of boxes, jars, bottles, and strange objects. "Good evening," a voice said. Daniel jumped. Behind a tall counter stood an old man. He wore a velvet suit and round glasses. He had white hair and a kind smile. I'm sorry," Daniel stammered. "I just wanted to get out of the rain." "Nonsense," the old man said softly. "Nobody comes here just because of the rain. People come here because they are looking for something. I am Mr. Ash. Welcome to my emporium." Daniel looked around. "Is this an antique shop?" Mr. Ash laughed. "Not exactly. We don't sell old things. We keep lost things. Everything in this room belonged to someone who lost it." Daniel picked up a glass jar from a shelf. Inside the jar, there was a blue cloud that was moving. "What is this?" Daniel asked. "That," said Mr. Ash, "is a lost summer holiday. A family went to the beach in 1995. They lost the memory of that day, so it is here." Daniel stared at him. "That's impossible. You can't put a memory in a jar." "In this shop, Mr. Daniel, many things are possible," the shopkeeper replied.
Daniel walked through the aisles. He saw amazing things. He saw a silver compass that was spinning wildly. The label said, "Lost Direction in Life." He saw a small wooden box that was shaking. The label said, "Lost Courage." He saw a beautiful envelope with a red seal. The label said, "A lost love letter, never sent." Daniel felt a strange sadness. "Why do you keep these things?" he asked. "Because people don't realize they lost them," Mr. Ash explained. "People are busy. They rush to work. They look at their phones. They lose their dreams, their time, their passion, and they don't even notice." Mr. Ash looked at Daniel with his bright blue eyes. "And you, Daniel? What did you lose?" "Me?" Daniel shook his head. "I didn't lose anything. I have my keys, my wallet, and my phone. I am not talking about keys, Mr. Ash said. He walked to a shelf at the back of the room. It was dark there. He pulled out a dusty, black portfolio case. I think this belongs to you, Mr. Ash said. He put the case on the counter.
Daniel looked at the black case. His heart started to beat fast. He knew this case. He hadn't seen it in 10 years. With shaking hands, he opened it. Inside, there was a sketchbook. Daniel opened the pages. They were full of drawings, charcoal sketches of people on the bus, paintings of the River Thames, colorful drawings of imaginary monsters. "I drew these," Daniel whispered, "when I was 20 years old." "Yes," Mr. Ash nodded. "You wanted to be an artist. You carried this book everywhere." "But I lost it," Daniel said. "I left it on a train." "Did you?" Mr. Ash asked. "Or did you throw it away because you were afraid? You got a job at the bank. You said art was childish. You said you needed to be serious." Daniel touched the paper. He remembered how happy he used to be when he was drawing. He remembered the smell of pencils and paint. He looked at his gray suit. He looked at his expensive watch. He was successful, yes, but he was gray inside. "I want it back," Daniel said firmly. He held the sketchbook tight to his chest. "You can take it," Mr. Ash said, "but there is a rule. This is a shop of exchange. If you take something lost, you must leave something behind." Daniel looked at the shopkeeper. "How much money do you want?" "I don't want money," Mr. Ash smiled. "I want what you are carrying right now. I want your boredom." "My boredom?" Daniel asked. "Yes, your gray routine, your fear of trying new things. Leave that here on the shelf and take your art with you." It sounded crazy, but standing in that magical shop, listening to the rain outside, Daniel believed him. "Okay," Daniel said. "I agree." Mr. Ash snapped his fingers. Click! Suddenly, Daniel felt lighter. The heavy feeling in his shoulders disappeared. The fog in his head cleared. He felt energy rushing through his fingers, the same energy he felt 10 years ago. "Deal," Mr. Ash said. "Now go. The rain is stopping." Daniel turned to the door. He held the sketchbook under his coat to protect it. "Thank you," Daniel said. "Don't thank me," Mr. Ash called out. "Just don't lose it again." Daniel walked out of the shop. The air was fresh and cold. The rain had stopped, and the moon was shining through the clouds. He looked back. The street was empty. The shop with the golden letters was gone. There was only a brick wall. Was it a dream? Daniel wondered. But then he felt the weight under his arm. He pulled out the black sketchbook. It was real. He opened it to a blank page. He took a pen from his pocket. Right there, under the street lamp, he started to draw. The next day, Daniel went to the bank, but he didn't see numbers on the screen. He saw patterns. He saw colors. He didn't quit his job immediately. That only happens in movies. But every evening, instead of watching TV, Daniel painted. He painted the rain, the streets, and a strange little shop with a kind old man. A year later, Daniel had his first art exhibition. It was a small gallery, but it was full of people. One visitor, an old man with round glasses, walked in. He looked at a painting of a glass jar with a blue cloud inside. He smiled, winked at Daniel, and disappeared into the crowd. Daniel smiled back. He finally found what he was looking for. And that is the story of the Emporium of Lost Things. I hope you enjoyed this magical journey. If you like this story, please like and subscribe. See you in the next video.